10-year-old Davian McDonald of Holyoke is a very bright young man. He's now been chosen to be part of A Better Chance. That's a program helping gifted students of color have the resources to attend top prep schools. Davian and his dad, Kevin, came in to tell us more.
Davian attended Academy Hill here in Springfield, and the headmaster at the time, Steve Adele, came to me when he was in the first grade and just handed me a leaflet. And it was the information about A Better Chance program. He wasn't eligible to be a part of the program until he was in the fourth grade. So between the time I received the pamphlet and it's time to apply, I tried to fill in the gaps to make sure that he was actually ready for the application process.
Davian, tell me about this a little bit. I mean, you know, it's a lot of work. There's a lot of school work anyway, because Catholic school, I've been there. Okay, they're serious. Not knocking Catholic school by any means, folks. But, you know, there's serious work, and you got to get it done. And you do a lot of different activities. We're going to talk about that in a minute. How about being part of something like A Better Chance? What do you think of it? What's it mean to you?
Well, I know the Better Chance program, it gives me a lot of opportunities to go to the schools I would like to choose if I make it into that point of the application and process. So I know that the Better Chance can help me grow and give me a better chance in life.
Well, it's a great name, isn't it? I mean, you've already been recognized. You mentioned Johns Hopkins Center for Talented Youth has recognized you. There's a camp maybe you go to in a couple of years. You're working through them already, I think, on some study and some courses. Is that right, Kevin?
Absolutely. He's taken a number of courses through Johns Hopkins. He started Johns Hopkins when he was in the first grade. Right now what he's doing is he's taking math courses. He's also taking literature courses through them. And they're online courses. At the present time, he's working on an algebra course through Johns Hopkins. They've been very helpful. The courses are relatively expensive, but they've been able to provide some aid for him to continue in his pursuit. It's been a great opportunity, one of many.
And Davian, you were telling me, I said before, do you have to go down to the Johns Hopkins main campus, which is in Baltimore, Maryland, a bit of a trip, and you told me now you don't have to, how you do that? How does it work for you to connect up with them?
So basically I have like my own instructor over the internet, and I take courses and he sends me emails about things I have to do and the lessons I have to take and everything, and then I just go on the course, I do all the activities, and that's it.
Okay. Got to ask you now, you're 10 years old, you're going to be 11 this summer.
Yeah.
Are you in fifth grade?
Yeah.
Am I right? Okay. Fifth grade, not usually algebra time in fifth grade. I took it a number of years older than you are. It didn't go well, let me tell you, when I took it. But how about, I mean, that's pretty challenging stuff, algebra. Tell me about it. You enjoy that? You like it?
I enjoy it. I don't really like school, but I like learning. I like learning about math and English and language, science.
What is your favorite subject? Do you have a favorite?
Math.
Math? Ooh, okay. Right there. We may be done talking, you and I. I don't know. That was a tough one. No, seriously, that's terrific. That an area you'd like to look into?
Yeah.
Math and science for your future? Your studies?
Yeah. I probably would, like, my main job, I would like to be like a teacher or maybe a politician.
Politician?
Yeah.
Not bad. We need some good smart guys and ladies in there. That'd be terrific. Dad, Kevin McDonald, I got to ask you, take a few seconds, tell us, what's it mean to you to see this fine young man working hard as he is, doing all the things, succeeding the way he is?
Oh, my God. I hope I can make it through without crying.
That's okay.
It's something that I thought about when we discussed coming here. I was involved in a number of things that weren't positive when I was young. I haven't left myself in a position to offer these things to Davian. What I decided to do was to put as much time into my child as I put into the negative things that I did years ago. This whole thing has been a miraculous venture. It's been an outstanding learning curve. It's given me an opportunity to see things that I've never seen before. It's been wonderful. And that's why I want to get this out to other people, that it's all out there. It's available for us all.
Very good. Real quickly, David, I got to ask you one more thing finally. your dad sent us a picture, really cool. You got to high five with President Barack Obama.
Yes.
What was that like?
So we were going to one of his campaign rallies in 2012, and everybody, like, he was carrying me over all of the crowd, and everybody let us go through. And then I put my hand out to give him a high five, and he high-fived me back. He's really cool. It was
All right.
It was
All
a great
right.
moment. It was a team effort. My mother was in the camera. I saw an opening, and we just kind of bogarted our way through the crowd.
Excellent. David McDonald, Dad, Kevin McDonald, thanks for coming in. All the best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.